David was a man of God. He loved the Lord deeply. His heart sought after him. Yet shadows fell upon his path, dark valleys he had to walk, moments of fear, of deep pain. Life was not always easy then, even for God's chosen king. This psalm comes from such a time of betrayal and profound hurt. Imagine David on the run. He sought refuge, a safe place. He found it with Ahimelech the priest, in the holy town of Nob. But someone was watching, Doeg the Edomite, a servant of Saul. The psalm begins with a question. Why do you boast of evil, you mighty hero? David speaks to the wicked one, to Doeg. He challenges the pride in wrongdoing. Some people find strength in hurting others. They brag about their clever schemes. Their hurtful actions become their trophies. They think they are powerful, untouchable. But God asks, why this boast? It is a hollow, empty kind of strength. These boasts can echo loudly. They can fill our ears with fear. When someone powerful uses their words to tear down, to destroy, to intimidate, it can make us feel small, helpless. We might wonder, where is justice? David continues to describe the wicked. Your tongue plots destruction, he writes. It is not just careless talk, it is planned, deliberate, and cruel. He compares it to a sharpened razor, a tool that cuts deeply, silently, a tool that is used with harmful intent. Deceitful words can be just like that. They slice through trust, through peace, leaving wounds that are hard to heal. Think about the pain of betrayal, when someone you trusted uses words to harm, when lies are spread like poison. It cuts to the very core of who you are. The razor of deceit is sharp indeed. It works in the shadows with cunning. Even when darkness seems to hide all, even when secrets are whispered low, God hears, God sees, God knows. He is the unseen witness to every act. He is the silent listener to every word. No plot is so cleverly hidden from him. No lie is so skillfully crafted that it can escape his divine attention. This truth is a comfort to the wounded, and a warning to those who plot evil. The wicked may feel secure in their secrets. They may believe they are getting away with it. Their boasts are loud, their lies are sharp. They might even prosper for a little while. But their foundation is deeply flawed. They operate as if God does not exist, or as if he does not care about justice. Section 5. The uprooting of wickedness, a promise of divine justice. David does not just describe the problem, he also proclaims God's solution. Surely God will bring you down to everlasting ruin, he declares. This is a strong, certain statement, a prophecy of what will happen to the wicked, the one who trusts in destructive power, the one who boasts in evil deeds. Their end is not triumph, but ruin. God himself will ensure this outcome. Justice may seem slow, but it is sure. The imagery used is powerful. God will snatch you up and tear you from your tent. He will uproot you from the land of the living. Imagine a tree, seemingly strong and tall, but its roots are not in good soil. Section 6. The laughter of the righteous. Seeing God's hand at work. When God acts, people will notice. The righteous will see and fear, David writes. They will see God's power in action. They will witness his justice unfold. This sight will bring a sense of awe, a deep respect for God's holiness, and for his commitment to what is good. It is a reminder that he is in control. Even when circumstances seem chaotic, God's hand is always moving, always working. And then, David says something interesting. They will laugh at him, saying, "This is not a cruel, mocking laughter. It is not born of bitterness or spite. Rather, it is a laughter of relief, a laughter of vindication, of joy." Section 7. Wealth as a false fortress, the folly of material trust. The righteous, seeing the downfall of the wicked, will say, "Here now is the man who did not make God his stronghold." This points to a fundamental choice. Where do we place our ultimate trust? The wicked man in Psalm 52 chose wrongly. He put his faith in other things. He relied on his own perceived power, and he built his life on shaky ground. He did not seek refuge in the Almighty. He trusted in his great wealth. And he grew strong by destroying others. This is a common temptation, isn't it? The world often tells us that money is power. Section 8, like a thriving olive tree flourishing in God's house. David then paints a beautiful contrast. The wicked man is uprooted, destroyed. His false fortress crumbles to dust. But what about the righteous person? But I am like an olive tree, David declares, flourishing in the house of God. What a powerful, hopeful image this is. Not just surviving but thriving, growing strong, bearing fruit, full of life. This is God's desire for his children. The olive tree is rich in meaning. It symbolizes peace, prosperity, and blessing. It is known for its longevity, its endurance. It can live for hundreds, even thousands of years. Its roots go deep into the soil. Section 9. Anchored in unfailing love, the steadfast heart. What is the secret to this flourishing life? How does one become like that thriving olive tree? David reveals the key in the very next line. I trust in God's unfailing love, forever and ever. This is the anchor for the soul. This is the foundation for a steadfast heart. Trust. Simple, yet profound. Not just any trust, but trust in his love. A love that is described as unfailing. The Hebrew word here it is a word packed with meaning. It speaks of loyal love, covenant faithfulness, steadfast kindness, enduring mercy. It is a love that never gives up. A love that is always present, always true. Section 10. A song of praise forever, living a life of gratitude and integrity. David's psalm, born from pain, ends in praise. This is the beautiful journey of faith. For what you have done, I will always praise you. He looks back at God's actions, God's faithfulness, and his heart overflows with gratitude, even amidst the ongoing struggle with evil. He chooses to focus on God's goodness. This praise is not just for a moment, it is a commitment. I will always praise you, in the presence of his faithful people. Gratitude is the natural response of a heart that has experienced God's love, of a soul that trusts in his justice. When we recognize his hand in our lives, when we see his deliverance, his provision,